Well, good evening to you. Very nice to be here. I'll just set myself up here. Just wait 1 second. All right, well, here we are, CÁDIZ. Soy muy feliz hasta aquí. Okay, which there's not very many people, but don't you worry. I'm quite happy anyway. Take a heed of me sometime if you're wild and young. Take a heed of me sometime if you're wild and young. Don't go staring at those blue horizons, or you may go wandering on. Don't go staring at those blue horizons, you may go wandering on. This a road I'm traveling, how like a tangled thread. This a road I'm traveling, how like a tangled thread. Many a cloudy morning, salt tears I shed. Many a cloudy morning, salt tears I shed. Sometime if you're safe at home. Pray a prayer for me sometimes if you're safe at home. Beyond rough miles I'm far from my own. Beyond rough miles I'm far from my own. This a road I'm traveling, how like a tangled thread. This a road I'm traveling, how like a tangled thread. Many a cloudy morning, salt tears I shed. Many a cloudy morning, salt tears I shed. Oh yeah. Pray a prayer for me sometime when you're safe at home. Pray a prayer for me sometime when you're safe at home. Beyond rough miles I'm far from my own. Beyond rough miles I'm far from my own. Bob Dylan said, quite good. So it means that ever afterwards, I've been able to use in my publicity, quite good, says Bob Dylan. So I'll do you one of his songs, just to get going here. This song is quite good too.
It's all over now, baby blue. It's all over now, baby blue. All your seasick sailors, they are rolling home. Your empty-handed armies, they are going home. And your lover who just walked out the door, taking all his blankets from the floor. The carpet too is moving under you, and it's all over now, baby blue. It's all over now, baby blue. Baby blue, it's all over now, baby blue.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Well, quite a few ballads come from the north part of England, the south part of Scotland, and that's the part of country where I live. And this is an old ballad called Huey Grim. It's an old Scottish ballad. See what you make of this.
Now Lord Scroop's gone out to hunting, rode o'er the moss and the mountain bare. He has taken Huey Grim for stealing off the bishop's mare. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Well, he has taken Huey Graham, carried him down to old Carlisle, saying for that you are a rank reaver. Now is the hour of your fatal trial. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. But now in Carlisle was many fine ladies, come there the Graham to see. They offered both gold and silver money to buy the Graham his liberty. Hey-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Roland and but up and spoke the Lord of Justice, and ever an ill death may he die, saying for that you are a rank reaver. Huey Grim, you'll be hanged high. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Up and spoke there Huey de Graham, saying, I may have stolen horses and cattle. Many the time I crossed the moor, but the devil in hell, he knows full well what mercy you have shown the poor. And as sure as there's a God in heaven, I yield my soul in his command, for the fatherless child and the border widow have oft time blessed the reaver's hand. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, London Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Here, Johnny Armstrong, take you my sword, hilted with the gold of fame, and when you win over from the English borders, remember the death of Huey Grim. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy, tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Tee-rim-a-ree, Roland and Daddy. Yeah. this song in 1968. It's about a big piece of stone that I found on a beach. It's a stone that looked like a meteorite or an iron stone. And the song is called The Iron Stone. Along the wind weaving mind, over all the land the wildflowers grow, echoing kind to kind. On that day when I found the iron stone, heavy in my hand in the floating rain, ever the seas rolled on and o'er my heart they roofed their slates of grey. The iron stone, I found it on that day. The iron stone, I brought it home, heavy in my hand, I brought it home, black as the thoughts of doom. A man told me it came from the moon, flying through time it flew. Upon the long beach where I found it, dancing horses told their tale. Among the stones it called me, there my hand it knew. Seeing in the thickness of its thick black sight, forests and centers and gods of the night, never that sun shone on. Where high Atlantis raised her shores, how sang the dragons of the sea. Love paints the card with suns for wheels, the jesters bauble, cap and bells, the brave perhaps mustachio, Sir Primal form magnifico, the dragon me with golden toes, golden fire my flaming nose, memory, 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 memories. My clay was dark with sultry gems, pale the stars like diadems, silver lost, buried gold, such was my home in days of old. Such was my home in days of Well, thank you very much. Several of these songs I've just recorded a year ago now on a record in Spain, a Quadrant Records. The record is called Just Like the River, and other songs with guitar. And the guy that runs this label, Ramon Jove, has put out this record. And the idea was, you know, I've been playing a lot of harp the last 20 years or so. I play mainly harp, Celtic harp, but I hadn't played a lot of guitar in a long time, so to put out a record with a guitar, that was the idea. Plus, of course, it's a lot easier to travel with a guitar than it is to travel with a harp. So here I am in the beautiful town of CÁDIZ, que bonita ciudad, and it is lovely. So this is the title track from the record, Just Like the River. Now the leaves are falling, memories no good to me. If all these tangled years won't finally set me free. Now the leaves are falling, but when the leaves are gone, just like the river, I'll be rolling on. I've been down by the riverside, tearing up the photos today. Little scraps of paper like fallen leaves, floating, floating away. Now the leaves are falling, but when the leaves are gone, just like the river, I'll be rolling on. Just like the river, I'll be rolling on. All along the graveyard wall, people claim to know it all. These ghosts are all ends bothering me. People that I used to be. In the end, my friend, it's just about the trust you stole. You'll have to go stumbling away alone with your tarnished gold. Now the leaves are falling, but when the leaves are gone, just like the river, I'll be rolling on. I'll be rolling on. Rolling on. People claim to know it all. These ghosts are all that's bothering me. Just people that I used to be. In the end, my friend, it's just about the trust you stole. You have to go stumbling away alone with your tarnished gold. Now the leaves are falling, but when the leaves are gone, just like the river, I'll be rolling on. Just like the river, I'll be rolling on. All right. Well, I used to play quite a lot with picks, you know, guitar picks, but I haven't played with them for a long time, so I thought I'd try you a number with the guitar picks rather than the flat picks. See what you think about this. There was a band in the 60s called Mountain, and there was a singer in that band called Leslie West, and this is one of his songs called Darkness, Darkness. Goes like this. Darkness, darkness, be my pillow. Take my head and let me sleep in the coolness of your shadow, in the silence of your deep. Keep my mind from constant turning on those things I'll never be. Keep my eyes from constant yearning for those things I'll never see. Keep my eyes from constant yearning for those things I'll never see. Darkness, darkness, be my blanket. Cover me in endless night. Keep me from the pain of knowing of the emptiness of light. Keep my mind from constant yearning for the things I'll never be. Keep my eyes from constant yearning for the things I'll never see. For the things I'll never see. Well, I'll do you a song that I wrote a few years ago now. This one's called Political Lies. Let's face it, things, what a mess in the world, eh? What a mess in the world. Should we get some of this? In the summer that my son was born, in the same changing town that fathered me, I retraced many steps trying to fill my own footsteps, but this is the truth, perhaps there is no return. Political lies, political promises, this shadow everywhere, our sense of powerlessness. You and I lived, stumbling in the blindness of Wall Street, Moscow, and Whitehall. How many miles I walked by the Union Canal, thinking of the hands that made it, the hands of the navvies, thinking of the patient horses that pull along the barges, whose tow ropes have rubbed grooves on the pillars of the bridges. And about this, what rubs you rubs me. Political lies, political promises, this shadow everywhere, sense of powerlessness. You and I live, waiting in the history, a history of mystery, a history of betrayal. All along the banks of the Union Canal, I walked in the flaming sunset of one summer's evening. Scottish skinhead, glue-head, Scottish flag tattooed on his head, looked at the sky and asked me, what does it mean? Political lies, political promises, this shadow everywhere, a sense of powerlessness. You and I left basking in the anguish of those we have failed to heal. In the night I listen to my own darkness. I think being born and dying have of the same jacks and aces. Think about the signature of God on the prison, about following signs and becoming lost again. Political lies, political promises, this shadow everywhere, a sense of powerlessness. You and I live with the same old question, the sheer unspeakable strangeness of being here at all. There was an old country singer, I used to love this country singer called Uncle Dave Macon, right? And he wrote a song called Jordan is a Hard Road to Travel. And I recorded this song, a long time ago, and then again a few years ago with a brass band. But then I loved the title of this song so much that I decided to write a new song just using the title and then writing some new words. So here you have it now. This is another one from the record called Jordan is a Hard Road to Travel. In the town where I was born, the rain ran down the gutters. My teachers never taught me very much that matters. Not much of a schoolboy, not much of a son. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road
is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Now they tell me curiosity killed the cat. I rolled mine up in paper, I put a match to that. Words made of air blow like the smoke away. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Woo! Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Seeking for peace in the heel of the glass, I came to the crossroads where the dead go past. Oh my Lord, hold my heart in your heart. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Numbered days beneath the numberless stars, what can we know for sure? Our eyes tell stories to our minds, what can we know for sure? Shall we stand at last upon the sand of that final show? Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road to travel. Jordan is a hard road. Jordan is a hard road. All right. Well, one of the first tours that me and Mike did with the Incredible String Band, one of the first tours we did in America, we were asked to open for the Grateful Dead. It was pretty hard, and because that time they were a big band and pretty loud, and there was only me and Mike, the two of us. But this was a song that I heard Jerry Garcia do. It's a nice song called "Friend of the Devil," and it goes like this. I lay down from Reno
I was trailed by 20 hounds, hoping I could just get clear before the daylight comes around. I lit out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I met up with the devil, yes, and he gave me 20 bills. That's how come I got holed up in this cave up in the hills. I lit out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Now there's 2 reasons why I cry each lonely night. One of them's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. The other one is prison, baby. Sheriff's on my trail. If it catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. I went down to the levee and the devil met me there. He gave me back my 20 bills, he vanished in the air. I lit out running, but I take my time. The friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. You know I lit out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Oh yeah. Well, there's 2 reasons why I cry each lonely night. One of them's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. The other one is prison, baby. The sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. I got a wife in Reno, another in Cherokee. One of them says she got my child, but he don't look like me. Let out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I laid out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get clear before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Thanks very much. Lo siento que no puedo hablar mucho español, but I hope you understand something of what I'm on about. It's very nice of you to come out to see me. How are you doing out there? Okay? Yeah? ¿Qué tal? All right. How many times Have you heard someone say, if I had his money, I would do things my way? How little they know, it is so hard to find one rich man in a million with a satisfied mind. 'Cause once I was waiting in fortune and fame, everything that I dreamed of to get a start in life's game. Suddenly it happened, I lost every dime, but I'm richer by far with satisfied mind. 'Cause money can't buy you your youth when you're old, nor a friend when you're lonely, no warmer love that's grown cold. The greatest man living is just a pauper of time compared to the man with the satisfied mind. This is a little one that I learned from Keith Richards called Wild Horses. Childhood living is easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses, I couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Ride them someday. I know I drained you, I sinned and I lied. Now I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Faith has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living. after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. We'll ride them someday. Ride them someday. Tell you I watched you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits, no offstage lights could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses will ride them someday. Ride them someday. Ride them someday. Ride them someday. In a bar room, liquor was the only love I know. You got to me before I hit the bottom. Yes, you got to me before I was too far gone. And you smooth as Tennessee whiskey, sweeter than the sweetest sherry wine, warmer than the finest glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love all the time. I stay stoned on your love all the time. I was looking for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle is always dry. When you poured out your love, I didn't waste it, 'cause your love is all I need to get me high. You're smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're sweeter than the sweetest sherry wine, warmer than the finest glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love time, stoned on your love all the time. I was looking for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle is always dry. But when you poured out your love, I didn't waste it, because love is all I need to get me high. You're smooth as Tennessee whiskey, sweeter than sweetest sherry wine, warmer than the finest glass of brandy. I stay stoned on your love all the time, stoned on your love all the time. All right. Okay. All right, now, you guys have a great summer. I hope you have a really, really nice summer. And I really enjoyed playing for you. And so I'm going to just do one song here and call it a night. And what I'm going to say, muchas gracias, and thanks very much. This is the first song I ever wrote. It's called October Songs, or somebody made this one. I'll sing you this October song. There's no song before it. The words and tune are none of my own. My joys and sorrows bore it beside the sea. Brambly briars in the still of evening. Birds fly out behind the sun. With them I'll believe in. I used to search for a happiness, I used to follow pleasure. Found a door behind my mind, and that's the greatest treasure. For rulers like to lay down laws, and rebels like to break them. The poor priests like to walk in chains, and God likes to forsake fallen leaves that jewel the ground. Why their glad gold hearts in scarlet shadows lie. When hunger calls my footsteps home, the morning follows after. I swim the seas within my mind, and the pine trees laugh green laughter. I met a man whose name was Time, and he said I must be going. Just how long ago that was, I have no way of knowing. Sometimes I want to murder time. Sometimes when my heart's aching, but mostly I just stroll along the path the time is taking.